Hey guys, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I have the DJI Mini 3 Pro with me today. It's sitting on the concrete ready to take off. And the other day I was out at Kleiner Park and I was trying to show APAS 4.0 on the Mini 3. And I didn't have a camera with me. I didn't have a handheld camera so I could show what the drone was doing. So I'm going to try and do that right now. You'll see the video from the drone, but I also think it's helpful to have a handheld camera where you can see the drone actually finding its way around objects or so. I'll be honest with you, I was a little disappointed in the performance the other day, but we're going to try it again right now, and I'm going to see if I can hold the Action 2 camera and fly the drone at the same time. And we'll see how that APAS 4.0 works. Let's quit messing around, let's get this drone in the air. Okay, you can see me sitting there and I'm grabbing the handheld camera right now. Let's point it towards the drone. And let's start off here. One of the things about being out here in the park like this is you're pretty safe with regards to, even if the drone falls. So here will be a good test right here. And let me get right behind the drone so we can see it. So you got this soccer net. So what's the drone gonna see, and will it be able to move its way around it? That's a pretty small, yeah, let me get in a kind of a position here. I wanna give it a good chance and adjust that. I'm kind of adjusting the center right on the edge of that. And let's go forward and let's see what the drone does. Yeah, look, it moved right around it. Okay, so let's try it. Let's try it. And that's kind of a better response than I had the other day. So I'm encouraged. Let's try it against just the net here. And let's just go forward, and let's see what happens. And yeah, it just flew right over the top of it. Well, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. Let's try that one more time. And hopefully you're seeing. Let me get closer with the Action 2 camera. So we're going to go full stick forward right now. And look, it just flew right over the top of it. Perfect. Okay, let's turn it around. Let's bring it back the other way. And whereas it would go into the net, yeah, I'm just wondering if that would, yeah, that would probably mess with those upward sensors. We could, nah, it went right, oh, it hit though. I think it hit there. I'll have to review that video, but I think we hit the top of it there. I think we just brushed the top of the net there. And the reason, you got to understand that, is it doesn't really have upward sensors. So you're walking in here, and so at the last minute it decided to go over. But no harm, no foul. Okay, let's go around some trees here. And the drone's a lot faster than me. So just for the fun of it, we've got the side of the building right here. Let's see. I have a feeling, well, we got some people coming by here, so we're not going to do that just yet. But I have a feeling that the drone would just come to a stop. So we're not going to try that right now. We got a couple of babies right here, so. Let's go back out by the trees. Let's go back to our original plan. Okay, I think we can try that now. So I'm a little nervous, because this is nothing but concrete, and I'm at a little bit of an angle here. Yeah, and so here's what I'm worried about. The drone started moving up, but does it see this overhang? And we know it doesn't have really good upward sensors. Now, the Mavic 3 would handle that no problem. And this is concrete here, so that's why I'm a little more nervous. Yeah, so it just stopped right now. So right there, it just stopped. which is what you'd want it to do. It was starting to move up there when I did it earlier, but if you see this overhang here, yeah, I just don't think I would try that. If we were over grass, I might give it a shot, but if this drone hit the concrete, it would be dead. So let's go out to the trees here. And let's see if it'll fly around, see how well it handles. This is a pretty good sized tree. Let's just go full stick forward and let's see what it does. And it went underneath it. Huh? That's great. Okay, so we got another tree right here. Let me see if I can get aim towards it and full stick forward. Yeah, and it just went right around it. Yeah, I have to tell you, I think I was too tentative when I was trying it the other day. Let's just go right down the tree line here and try a couple more. Let's go a little higher, and it's got a little bit bigger of a target to move around. Let's see what it does. And it just went right around it. Yeah. So let's try that again. Faced right at the tree. Only 10% battery remaining. Okay, well, I'm looking at the action too. Yeah, we're good. So let's, yeah, and again, it just goes right around it. Same thing with the next tree. Yeah, you know, I got to tell you, APAS 4.0 works pretty darn good. Yeah. Okay, let's bring it down. And let's see if we can put it in, let's put it in tracking mode and see if it'll follow me back. Yeah, it doesn't recognize me as a person, so I think I'm too close. Let's back it off. There we go, active track, and let's click go. And as long as, and we'll kind of walk, I'm holding the camera over my back here, so we'll see what it does. And we'll walk in between these trees, these two trees coming up here, and let's see if it finds its way around. It did pretty good a few minutes ago when I tried this, when I was comparing it with the, you know, and like I said, I want to remind you, this guy does not have sideways obstacle avoidance. So you got to bear that in mind. But look at it, it threaded that needle just fine. I don't know if I was holding the action camera there good enough that you could see. But anyway, I think we've proved our point. APAS 4.0 works pretty darn good. Hey, okay guys, you know me, I hate to waste battery, so let's take this guy for a little bit of a flight. Let's run across the street and see how we can do. We still have 55%, 54% battery. So one of the things, as you guys know, I always try and cross this street perpendicular. So let's get squared up, full stick forward, and across the street we go. And you know, the signal strength and range on this drone or something, we're only 20 meters high, so let's go out behind the Walmart here and let's see how well we do signal strength. You know, I'm using the DJI RC, and by the way, I'm holding it in the full sun, and I'm not saying it's the same thing as the RC Pro, but I can see the screen just fine, so that's a good thing. So yeah, let's see, how fast are we going here? We're going about 10 meters per second, so I think we're going a little bit against the wind. Let's go ahead and kick her into sport mode, see what happens. There we go. That got us some speed, didn't it? We're over 16 meters per second there. It's about 35 miles an hour or so, roughly. Just doing those calculations in my head. And, you know, I know that I get out to the corner of this field here, and that is a kilometer. Yeah, I'm seeing, yeah, it's telling me to adjust antennas. Okay, I'm stopped. And so now, you know, you guys can see on the screen recording, we started getting some stuttering on FPV. So, and mind you, we're only 20 meters high, so we're close to the ground, so that would be expected. For instance, if I went across, we'd be underneath those power lines there. So let's go ahead and see if we can turn it around. Yeah, I'm trying to yaw, and I'm not. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And but I had so much. I couldn't see where I was yawing. The FPV went out, and again, we were only 20 meters off the ground. So yeah, coming back though, you know, it's giving me that warning. But heck, I can see perfectly, and FPV is good, and it seems like we have good control here. So. Make sure we're above all those light poles and stuff. I kicked it up just a little bit just to be on the safe side. Now let's bring it down. Let's get down low over the field here. What the heck? Yeah, we're about 6 meters off the ground here. Got great signal. That's pretty darn cool. I bet we can even get a little lower than that. And we're going right above the little ditch here in the middle of the field and above the stubble, harvested grain. So that's what you call what's left in the field after you've harvested it. You call that stubble. Let's get some altitude again, and we'll come across the street one more time. Full stick forward. Heck, we're still only at 43% battery. There's my favorite, one of my favorite flag poles. I think we ought to do a little rotation around that. We're in sport mode. Let me throw it into, let's throw it into cine mode. And I was try and challenge myself. Let me get centered up on it. So I usually, I do a lot of my rotations to the drone's right. Let's see if we can go to the left this time. And that's a little more challenging for me. But I sure like the look of the flag when it's waving in the breeze like that. Hey, okay guys, the battery died on my Action 2 and I didn't notice it while I was flying around there. However, we're just going to do the conclusion with the video on the Mini 3. So I'm just holding the Mini 3 up here. So what did we show you? We showed you how well APAS 4.0 works. It went right around every obstacle that we sent it to. The only thing I'll say is I think we had a close call when we were coming back through over the soccer net there. It definitely, I think it just scraped the top of it as it was coming over the top, which is understandable because it's, you know, it's scooped out. You're going under, and then you have to go up. So that was kind of interesting. However, everything else going around the trees and stuff, it worked very, very well. So anyway, I had fun doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. That's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.